Question number 13. இந்த மாதிரி example sum போட்டிருக்கேன். Please watch that. அதை பார்த்தா இது கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். Find two numbers whose sum is 24. So x plus y equals 24 னு இருக்கு. So let me write y equals 24 minus x. So what are my two numbers? X, 24 minus x. Okay, two numbers இதுதான். Whose product is as large as possible. So product is going to be x into 24 minus x. This is going to be 24x minus x square and I want the product to be as large as possible. So x oda value enna, y oda value enna kandupidikanum. Okay, so let me find out x. How will I find? First I have to differentiate. So this is going to be 24 minus 2x. When I take 2 outside, it is going to be 12 minus x. So when I equate, p dash of x equals 0, 12 minus x equals 0, x equals 12. Maximum value on எப்படி தெரியும்? I have to find my second derivative. So this is going to be, இங்கே இந்த second derivative கண்டுபிடிச்சா it is going to be minus 2 less than 0. If the second derivative is less than 0, then we are talking about the maximum value. Now critical point enna? X equals 12. So I found out the value of x. Now y equals 24 minus x, which is going to be 24 minus 12, which is 12. So my two numbers, my எல்லாம் வேண்டாம், two numbers are 12, 12. So these are my two numbers. புரிஞ்சுதா? Very simple question. Please copy. இவ்வளோ நேரம் நம்ம இவ்வளோ sum போட்டதில் this has now become very very easy. Okay. Now question number 14. Find two positive numbers xy such that x plus y equals 60, xy cube is maximum. இப்போ போட்ட மாதிரியே தான். So I have x plus y equals 60. I can write x in terms of y. Correct? So x equals 60 minus y. Let me take this as my product p. So p is given to be x y cube. I'm going to substitute for x. So I have p equals 60, sorry, x which is going to be correct. 60 minus y times y cube. Now my entire equation is in terms of y. So இப்போ நம்ம p of y பண்ண போறோம். This when I multiply the y inside, I have minus y power 4 plus 60 y cube. So this is my p of y. Now I need to find what my x and y are when it is maximum. Okay, so I need to differentiate. So p dash of y equals minus 4y cube plus 60y square. When I take y square outside and minus 4 outside, I have minus 4y square times y minus 60 length 4 edutha enna agum 60 divided by 4, 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are, so 15, y minus 15. Now when I equate the first derivative to 0, I have y minus 15 equals 0, which means y equals 15. இப்போ இது maximum minimum எப்படி தெரியும்? I have to find the second derivative. P double dash of y is going to be minus 12y square plus 120y. I need to substitute the value of y. So அதுக்கு நான் first simplify பண்ணிக்கிறேன். Minus 12 y வெளியில காமனா எடுத்தா I have y minus 10. When I substitute p double dash of 15, I have minus 12 times 15, 15 minus 10. So I have the value which is negative. இதை calculate பண்ண வேணா. I see that the overall value is going to be negative. இல்லையா? So this is less than 0, which means we are talking about the maximum value. Correct? So நம்மளோட critical point is going to be y equals 15. And what is the relation? X equals 60 minus y. X equals 60 minus y, which is 60 minus 15, which is 45. So I found out the values of x and y for which xy cube is maximum. எது maximum அதை differentiate பண்ணணும். எது minimum அதை differentiate பண்ணணும். Okay, அந்த equation எழுதிட்டு differentiate that. First find the first derivative, critical point, maximum minimum second derivative, find the solution. முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. Okay. Question number 15. Two positive numbers xy such that the sum is 35. So x plus y equals 35. அதே method தான். Then I have y equals 35 minus x. Okay. Now the product is maximum கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So let me take this to be p. So I have p equals x square y power 5. Now I can rewrite this as x square times 35 minus x the whole power 5. So this is now in terms of p of x. So this is going to be x square 35 minus x the whole power 5. இது product formula இருக்கு. So u v, I can do v u dash plus u v dash to find the derivative. So p dash of x is going to be x square d by dx of 35 minus x the whole power 5 plus 35 minus x the whole power 5 times d by dx of x square. Okay, product rule la nyabam iruka? So this when I simplify, x square times d by dx of this is going to be 5 times 35 minus x the whole power 4. The power comes down and gets reduced by 1. But ulla enna irukku? Minus x. So I have to multiply by minus 1. Okay, remember minus x irukku. So minus 1. Plus this term is going to be 35 minus x the whole power 5. D by dx of x square is going to be 2x. Now I have minus 5x square minus 5x square times 35 minus x the whole power 4 plus 35 minus x the whole power 5 times 2x. When I take x common எடுக்கலாம் and I can take 35 minus x the whole power 4 outside. So first term la enna remaining? I have minus 5 times x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 வெளியில எடுத்தாச்சு. So first term la this is pending plus second term la 35 minus x is pending and I have a 2. Now when I multiply what's inside the bracket, I have x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 minus 5x plus 70 minus 2x. So what is inside? X times 35 minus 4 the whole power 4 times minus 7x plus 70. So I can take minus 7 outside. So I have minus 7x times 35 minus x. இந்த இடத்துல x. 35 minus x the whole power 4 times x minus 10. 7 வெளியில எடுத்தா minus 7 வெளியில எடுத்தா x minus 10. So this is going to be my p dash of x. Correct? This is my p dash of x. Now when I equate p dash of x to 0, I have minus 7x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 times x minus 10 equals 0. So x க்கு என்னலாம் value? X equals 0, x equals 35 and x equals 10. So these are all my values. I'm asked for my maximum value. இப்போ maximum na எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? I have to find the second derivative. Correct? So what is my p dash of x? Where is it? P dash of x is going to be x times, I have something simpler here. Do I have something simpler? Illa. So I have x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 minus 7x times x minus 10. So this is my p dash of x. When I find the second derivative, it is going to be, it is of the form u v w. So how is the formula going to be? V u w dash plus u v dash w plus u dash v w. This is a chain rule. So it is going to be the derivative of one function times the multiplication of the other two. So in the மாதிரி தான் derivative கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். And I do that. I'll write it here. So it is going to be, so first p dash of x, I'll write it here. So minus 7x times 35 minus x the whole power 4. 35 minus x the whole power 4. X minus 10. Now when I find the second derivative, double dash is going to be minus 7x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 d by dx of x minus 10 plus second term is going to be 35 minus x the whole power 4 times x minus 10 times d by dx of the first term. So minus 7x. Okay. Now again plus third term which is x minus 10 times minus 7x d by dx of 35 minus x the whole power 4. Now when I simplify this, I have minus 7x times 35 minus x the whole power 4 times 1 plus 35 minus x the whole power 4 x minus 1 times minus 7 plus last term x minus 10 minus 7x times 4 35 minus x the whole cube and the plus becomes a minus. So I have a minus, okay, inside a bracket. Now I have to substitute all the values. What are all my critical points? 0, 35 and 10. So when I substitute those values, 0, 35 and 10. So these are all my x values. If I substitute panna, p double dash of 0 when I substitute, what do I see? When I substitute 0, this becomes a 0. First term becomes a 0. Second term is going to be, in that 0 substitute panna, I'll have 35 the whole power 4. 35 power 4 times minus 10 times minus 7 plus I'm going to substitute 0 na, this whole term becomes a 0 again. So 0, basically in total I have, this is going to be minus, this is going to be a minus. So this is greater than 0. So we are talking about the minimum value. So this particular thing is ruled out because in the question I'm asked for maximum value. So in the positive greater than our this, so this value is going to be ruled out. Now I have p double dash of 35. When I substitute 35, so my first term, this becomes a 0. So first term becomes a 0. First term becomes a 0 plus second term, when I substitute 35, I have 35 minus x the whole power 4. This becomes a 0. Now last term ku substitute panna plus, I have a minus. So minus times x minus 10 is going to be 35 minus 10 times minus 7 into 35 plus 4 into 35 minus 35 the whole cube. I also have a 35 term here, so this is also going to be 0. So basically this is 0. So this is not considered. So I have p double dash of 10, which is going to give me the right value. So for first term, I have minus 7 times 10, 35 minus 10 the whole power 4 plus the second term is going to become a 0 because I have x minus 10 here. And third term is again going to become a 0 because I have x minus 10. So 0 plus 0. So final answer is going to be negative, which is less than 0. So we are talking about the maximum value. So this is what we are talking about. So my value is going to be 10. So I have to rule out x equals 0 kadayadu, x equals 35 kadayadu. So my value of x is going to be 10. So I know that x plus y equals 35 from my first relation. Correct? X plus y equals 35. So from that I can find my value of y, which is 35 minus 10, 25. So my two numbers for which the product is maximum is going to be 25 and 10. So this is my answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 16. Again, find two positive numbers whose sum is 16. So x plus y equals 16 and the sum of whose cubes is minimum. So sum of the cubes, which is x cube, y cube. So the sum is going to be minimum. So this is what you have to find. So from this I have y equals 16 minus x. So when I substitute in the sum, I have s equals x cube plus 16 minus x the whole cube. So this is in terms of x. So this is going to be x cube plus 16 minus x the whole cube. When I differentiate, I have s dash of x equals 3x square plus when I differentiate this term, I have 3 times 16 minus x the whole square times minus 1. Remember the coefficient of x is a minus, so minus 1. From this I have 3x square plus 3 into minus 3. Yeah, so minus 3 into 16 minus x the whole square. When I take 3 outside, what is inside? X square minus 16 minus x the whole square open panna 16 16s are 256 plus x square minus 32x. A minus b the whole square formula. So this when I simplify, I have 3 times x square minus I'm opening the bracket 256 minus x square plus 32x. I can cancel the x square and the x square. Now what's inside the bracket? I have 3 times 32x minus 256. I can take 16 outside. So 3 times 16 times 2x minus 16. I can further take 2 outside. So 3 into 16 into 2 x minus 8. So what is outside? 16 2s are 32. 16 3s are 48. 48 into 2 is going to give me 96 times x minus 8. So this is my s dash of x. So from here, when I equate s dash of x to 0, 96 times x minus 8 is going to be 0, which means x equals 8. Okay, so this is my critical point. But I have to check if this is going to be minimum. So minimum on every check pandrathe, I have to find my second derivative. So s double dash of x I need to find out. S dash of x is going to be this. So first I'll write that. S dash of x is going to be 96x minus 96 into 8. When I differentiate, double differentiate, it is going to be 96, which is greater than 0. Hence, it is minimum. Since the second derivative is greater than 0, it is going to be minimum. But what my critical point is, so I found out that x order value is going to be 8 and hence y value is going to be 16 minus x, which is going to be 16 minus 8, which is 8. Okay, please copy.